Yo. Oh, had things overlaid. How's everyone doing? I want to start by talking about what's going on in Malmö. So, probably should have had this open. But we are always be running. There's a tournament in Malmö that's being held on the 25th of June. So that's in 23 days, and I'm going to be there, obviously. I'm gonna go hang out with Bridgman for 4 days, at least, and then I'm gonna be going to a couple other countries, and he might join us, hopefully, but he hasn't decided if he's gonna join yet or not. But anyways, we are gonna have a tournament, on the 25th. So, I can't really look this up, can I? Oh, here we go. Yeah. If anyone's in Europe nearby, welcome to come hang out. I'm going to be around in other countries as well. But basically, Finn and I decided that we would have a little extra fun for each other. So we give each other janky IDs that we have to play. And basically what we decided was I assigned for him Spark and Khan. So he's currently like on JNet trying to figure out Khan. I wonder if he's still on right now, actually. No, he was on earlier today. So he's trying to figure out Khan, and I've been assigned Hyoubu and Akiko. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with Akiko. We'll talk about it and work on the list a bit later in the stream, I think. We'll start with Hyoubu, because I'm kind of looking forward to playing this deck. So yeah, it's saying, hey, how's it going? I guess this answers the why not egg infusion question. Yeah. yeah. I was assigned Hyoubu. I'll talk about the list in a second. There's one more thing I want to talk about before I start, which is there is an accelerated meta test tournament tomorrow, I believe. Is that on ABR already? Yes, it is. So the accelerated meta test tomorrow, it starts at 8 o'clock my time, that's Pacific time, 15 UTC. And I'm not going to play in it myself, but as some of you might have noticed, I do have a stream scheduled for it. And basically what we're going to do is I'm going to Oracle for Brandon. So many of you probably know, but for those who don't, but Brandon is a player that I play with a lot. His username online is The King. He's in my testing group. I've played a lot of games with him. And he is visually impaired. So he plays the game by having what we call an oracle. So somebody does the actions for him when we play online. And he's the one that's making all the decisions and playing the game. There's just somebody else that's facilitating it. So that's what happens online. And then in person, again, somebody else reads what the cards are that he has in his hand, and manages the tokens kind of thing. So I'm going to do that for the tournament tomorrow morning. So really looking forward to that. For those who are interested, it'll probably be like a demonstrational, it'll be a good little demonstration as to what oracling for Brandon looks like. So I think many people are unsure if they're able to do it, or they just don't know what to do. So that video will be a nice little intro and demonstration of what to do. So yeah, gonna have some fun. Also tomorrow is for those who care, is the FA Cup final of Man United against Man City. So there's a little bit of overlap there, which is kind of unfortunate. But I'll probably be watching the second half during round 1 of the tournament tomorrow. And you'll have to wait to see what I wear tomorrow to find out which side I support. Yeah, so that's what's going on. So you'll see me again tomorrow. It'll be interesting tomorrow because I'm not going to be playing, but And I'm not going to be like talking with Brandon during the game, but I imagine like in between games and after rounds, I'll chat with him about what happened during the game and like my thoughts and his thoughts, and that'll be pretty cool. Because it's not often that you get an opportunity to essentially like be very well immersed with how somebody else plays the game and be right there with them when they make the decisions, but don't take any part in the decision making. And that's like a line you have to draw when you play in tournaments specifically, and you're oracling for Brandon. But it's very interesting just to learn about how like other people think and play the game. Cool. I'll be playing the AMT, so checking the stream after, I guess. Awesome. Sad you don't get to talk lines with the king, but still nice. Yeah, that's true. Like I don't. But we'll chat after each game, and it'll be interesting, like post game analysis, because we'll generally, like, both of us, I imagine, will remember like everything that happened in the game, or at least all the things that were important. And then we'll chat through some of the major lines. And for those of you who pay attention, because I'm pretty sure you can see. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Can you see my mouse? I don't think you can see my mouse. But I think when I hover over things, you can see it. I found the experience really interesting. Yeah, hey, Sangren, how's it going? It's nice to see you. Yeah, I don't think y'all can see my mouse is not being captured. Yeah, I wonder how to... Because I believe I used to have it so that my mouse was being captured, and I don't really understand the difference as to what I did. I don't think I did anything to make my mouse not captured. But the point of what I was trying to say is, during the game, I will likely indicate what I think is the right play with my mouse. So if I think like the first thing you should do on click 1 is run HQ, I'll probably click the run button and I'll hover over HQ. And then Brandon will either say to do that, and then I'll click it. And if he says to not do that and do something else, then like I'll do whatever he says. So you can generally get a sense of what I would do in the situation based off of where my mouse is. It's an OBS capture window setting. Okay, so I'll try to figure that out before tomorrow morning. Yeah, so then I can have my mouse in the stream, because that's really cool to pay attention to. Because usually when I play with Brandon, when I'm oracling for Brandon specifically, that is something that I find myself doing. Is there's a card in hand and I think we should play this card, I'll hover over that card, just because I'm like getting ready to click it as if that's what I think should happen, or that's what I think he will do, which is generally the same thing. Yeah. Okay, it's an OBS capture window setting. I will make a note to look at that. In the meantime, let's talk about Hyoubu. I'm actually super excited to play this deck. I'm less excited about playing Akiko, but I'm sure we can find something that's fun and good. One more thing I guess I can say is I was originally planning my Europe trip to go until August 20th. But for various reasons, I'm actually going to come back earlier, which means I'm going to go to Cascadia on August 12th and 13th. So I'll probably fly straight into Seattle is the plan. I haven't booked anything yet, but I'll probably be able to come out to Cascadia and play in person at what is hopefully American Continentals. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people going. It's going to be a good event. And I really wanted to go, but just I thought my Europe trip would end up going until the 20th. But I've actually need the time to come back earlier, so it's actually worked out. Which means I'll be in Europe when the new set gets released, and I won't be able to play at all. So I can't imagine I will have many games of Netrunner under my belt in between set release and Cascadia. We'll see what happens. No practice, only tournament, right? See, I would do that, and that's fine, but let me tell you why that's an issue. I think it's nullsignal.games. This is why no practice, just tournament is not what I want to do, because this is my good friend Finn, and this is his reigning champ card. And this is hands down the best art I have seen on a card in Netrunner, period. I don't think there's another card that beats this. So we haven't exactly announced what the placements are to win this, but I think you need to finish, like, I think last year for my card, you had to finish like top 8 to get the foil version of this card. And like, if I get the normal version and not the foil version, fine. But I would love to get the foil version too. Like, this is such sick art. And I really want this. You won't be leaving Europe for long if you're going to Worlds. Hey, that's true. Yeah. I'll leave on the 10th of August probably, and then I'll go back on like the 10th of October. So I'll come back for 2 months and then go back to Europe. And I've never been to Europe before, so I'll be like going to Europe twice in the span of a couple months. Yeah, this is really good pricing. I was thinking to myself, when they announced, I'm not gonna try to find it. Am I gonna try to find it? No, I'm not gonna try to find it. When they announced the prizes for the Circuit Breaker Invitational, they didn't mention the fact that they were going to have a Reaper function playmat with your placement on the bottom left and then your username custom printed onto it. Like, that's a sick prize. And like, I think the people who got it, like, one of the people who got it was Jinsei, and Jinsei sent the picture to our group, and then I saw it. That's like the first time I knew that was even a thing, because I don't know if they even announced that they were doing that. But if they did, like, I would have tried a lot harder in that tournament. Not saying I didn't try, like I did, but I probably would have practiced a bit more, because if I knew that was on the line, because that's really cool. Because I don't think Netrunner has ever done like custom printed playmats before. That, like, it's got your username on there and your placement. I know that's a thing in some other games. Okay, let's talk about Hyoubu. Very excited to play this deck. First thing I need to talk about is loot box. I really like this card. It's a card, when it came out, I was like, this card is good. I think this is just a good card. The issue is, it's like an effect that, it's like, if you think of it as econ, it's inconsistent. If you think of it as ice, it's not, like, it's not, you know, something that sticks around and costs money to break and is taxing. And it's not a consistent way of ending the run. So it doesn't, like, fulfill any of those things, any of those one things. But it's ice, it's econ, it's a combination of, like, it's also taxing in a way. Because it's 0 res and the runner has to pay 2. And then you also get money, or they break it, and then they have to break a 0/3 trap. So they got to use like an AI or something, which I don't think anybody will ever do. Like, if you have Amakua, I guess you can pay 1 to break the first sub, and then the second sub fires, and I get money, which is like the worst case scenario. Yeah. So the other issue is, like, since it doesn't fulfill any one of those jobs, so econ, ice, like gear check ice or taxing ice, usually it doesn't see play. And I think that's perfectly reasonable that it doesn't see play, but it's a good all-around card, I really think. I've never played it, but in theory, I think it is, and Hyoubu is just a great excuse to play this card. Hyoubu says the first time each turn you reveal a card, gain a credit, and we have a click ability that reveals a card from the grip at random or the top card of the stack. So once per turn, we have a better click for a credit, but there are other synergies here. So attitude adjustment reveals, standard procedure reveals, subliminal messaging reveals, and loot box reveals. That's all the stuff in our deck that reveals. Subliminal comes back every turn if we can ice all our servers, and the runner doesn't run, so that's decent money. Loot box is the only way of triggering Hyoubu in this deck right now, on the runner's turn. Standard procedure, we'll see if this is worth the influence. In theory, if you use your ID to reveal a card, like if you know 2 cards in their hand, which is asking a lot, but if you do know 2 cards in their hand, then you could standard procedure, and that's a click gain 5. And also, like, keep in mind that revealing the grip is value. So you kind of know what's coming, you know what to play around, what you don't need to play around. There's a lot of value in that. So it's not just an econ card. It also gives you information. There is a requirement that the runner made a successful run, but if they didn't make a successful run, then they probably didn't make a run at all, and then we get subliminal messaging. Yeah. Subliminal synergizes with Hanzi, synergizes with Void. There's probably an argument for a 3rd subliminal in here just because of those synergies. Like our ID, Hanzi, subliminal. Also, loot box is just like a face down piece of ice. So note that we have 18 ice in here, which is a lot. But really it's 15 ice and 3 loot box. And the loot box is like a face down ice that sometimes the runner will just respect because it's face down ice and you're Jinteki. I generally like putting one NGO front. This could be something else, like the 3rd subliminal. The Mavericks could be a 3rd subliminal. I don't want to touch the ice. Yeah, that's about it. We might actually find that we have too much econ, and if that's the case, we'll probably cut some stuff and put a 3rd subliminal in, because subliminal is worse econ, but it's more utility. In terms of it, like it gets us passive econ, and it synergizes with Hanzi Review and Void. So something like cut an NGO for us 3rd subliminal is reasonable, or cutting standard procedure, or attitude adjustment, or some combination for like another magnet, some other influence like Fairchild 3 maybe. Getting into 3rd subliminal could be something else we could do. So those are the things I'm keeping in mind. Loot box is good in Hyoubu. Flower Sermon is also loads of... Yes, I was thinking about Flower Sermon. So here's the thing. This is like the simplest agenda suite to put together. And it works well with the ice that I want to play. Because I feel like we have a lot of money, so we can play Chiashi. And... yeah, like send a message, Oboe, hyper release. When you play Oboe, it forces them to have cards in their hand, and if they have cards in their hand, you can play standard procedure. The other way of playing this deck, and I could very much... How do I duplicate this? I have to go back. Duplicate. The other way of playing this deck is to play Snare. And Flower Sermon. But the thing here is this then changes the agenda suite, because I usually don't like to play a real 5/3 with like 2 pointers. So what I would probably do if I play Flower Sermon is I would cut all of this, and then I would end up playing like Nisei Mark II, Longevity Serum, and GFI. Yeah, so I'd probably do something like this. This then we have 9 agendas instead of 8, which is fine. We'll probably cut a standard procedure in this case because we probably want the attitude adjustment given that we have more agendas. But yeah, this is pretty cool too, because Snare maintains the pressure on having cards in hand, and Flower Sermon is just good. Like when you score it, you get 5 agenda counters. Every time you use an agenda counter, you can get a credit if it's the first time each turn you've revealed, which basically means we'll use it at the end of the runner's turn, or if the runner's running, and we can use Flower Sermon to put a Snare on top of R&D. So that's pretty cute. That is pretty cute. However, I think this agenda suite makes the deck worse. But who knows? Like, I think we'll keep this in mind. And we'll play the other version. And if I don't like what's happening in the other version, then maybe we could play this. Because playing like 4/2s is better with Void. Because we don't have to pre-set up the Void. We can go install Void, install agenda, advance. Yeah. So I can very much see this being a thing. No flower servant, but it doesn't look like it makes sense of the agenda sway. Yeah, I don't know. This is something that we could try after. I'm gonna give the first list a spin, but I think we cut the NGOs here. We probably cut the Mavericks for a slot, so we play like a third subliminal. Because we need to cut 3 more cards here, and one of them is like a standard procedure. Which like this just looks kind of weird, but that's fine. Yeah, like the Mavericks probably has to go, but Mavericks is just good. But maybe we're trying to do a little too much. There's a lot of games here. Is this a dead game? It is. Okay, so we're gonna delete this. Okay, we can join this game. Let me import this deck first. That's not what I want to do. Hyoubu. Is it Jinteki Hyoubu, or is it just Hyoubu? It is just Hyoubu. Alright. We'll see if they are okay with us streaming first. I can pull up my deck list. No problem, but first time I try my deck. That is the situation for us as well. Ooh, Alice. Okay, we have an Anansi, we have a standard procedure. We just blind standard procedure. We could like hit our ID and then standard procedure for that type, and then ice archives. This is a fine hand. We're gonna keep it. Although, like, having a hybrid release in hand kind of sucks. I can delete lobbies. Yeah, I have, as a JNet mod, I can delete lobbies. Spin Doctor. Click 1, click 2. We gotta do this, right? This is why we're playing this. So, reveal a random card from the grip. Boom. We revealed Saverni's Stim Implant. Is there really 2 hardware in hand? Oh, I can't play standard procedure. They didn't make a run. Nobody saw a thing. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. Nobody. Right? Did you... Did anybody see anything? I don't think there was anything to be seen. We're gonna ice archives and not have enough to resonancy. I should have taken $1 instead of install this, but sometimes this is enough to deter a run. Okay. And we pick up Subliminal and we get a Hyoubu credit. Beautiful. Let's res this. We got no ice. That's so unfortunate. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Huh. Wow, okay. That's extremely unfortunate. We just double Rashida? That's bad, right? It might work. We'll throw one out there. Better click for a credit. That's pretty good intel. Economic ability going wild. Yeah. We've already gained 2 credits from our ID. And we've taken 2 turns. So good. So good. Draw. Install liberated. Hit it twice. Oh, wow. Okay, so we get this. And we also get subliminal. And we get our Hyoubu credit. Okay. We have a Chiashi. What are we doing here? We have Subvernius Stim Implant in HQ in our hand. We also have 10 credits. So it's like Subliminal, Hansi, install, and we like try to score the hybrid release and we throw out the send a message. Or we could do it the other way around. We're gonna get Chastushkud? I think I just try to score here. Right? Okay, we might be jumping the gun, but I'm gonna try to score. We have so much money. Okay, we're gonna throw away... I kind of want both of these. I'm gonna get punished, though. Nah, let's slow down. Yeah, we'll slow down. We could have, like, installed Send a Message, installed Chiashi, and next turn install Void and double advance. But we're gonna slow down. We're getting so much money. We just got a loot box, too. Loot box is very good. Let's draw, click 1. We got another loot box. Let's protect our loot box, or protect our Rashida with a loot box. We're ETF right now, yeah. Okay, we're playing very slowly, so I should actually push here. I have so much money. Anemone is good. We want to not get hippoed, so let's install this in server 3. Let's play this. Let's install this in server 3. And let's install probably Anemone on R&D, because we're going to be Suvernius Stim implanting, right? Yeah, I guess so. We don't need the standard procedure. Dummy box. What is happening? Maybe they're playing Bankar First Responders Suvernius Gigadig combo? I guess. You gotta pay $2 to draw cards? Needs a Conjun. We could put a Conjun here. Uragnu Mercs. And now we're tagged. That's fine. I don't think we care about that. We're just getting more money. We're dripping 2 credits every turn. Which is insane. Oh. Is it oboe? Or do we score the hybrid release and install the send a message? I think that's 2 turns. That's in 2 turns. So let's do this. We don't want to, like, flood ourselves. And if we do the hybrid release play and install the send a message, and then they start to attack, that might be a problem. So let's just score the agenda that we have, and then we'll pull another agenda into play if the time comes. We really just have a DNA tracker protecting this. DNA tracker and Void. Void is pretty good. We would love another piece of ice. If we draw another ice, we might, like, discard it. Oh, we're playing Obelisk. Oh, standard procedure's so good. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, we don't need a Geofriend. Standard procedure is so good. We could hit this button and make so much money if they ever make a run, which they might not. Tag me. What is BAM? Joe, what is BAM? BAM. I don't know. Okay. Next turn it's Chiashi double advance. I think we just win off that. At the end of the game, it'll tell us how many times our ID triggered, right? But I'm pretty sure it's just once a turn, because of subliminal. Ooh, we're running. We can't break Chiashi. Or we could just let them in, because it doesn't matter. No, well, we do 4 net damage, because we can do 4 net damage. Row trading, labor rights, counter surveillance. There's a lot of multi-access in this deck. That is an MK Ultra break. Sure. I think we discard the Void. We could get Pinhold, of course. So there is reason to double Void. What is this? This is double advance standard procedure? We still have the stim implant in hand, right? But that's just one hardware. Hardware's like the least... we probably call resource, because they just have a bunch of resources. Oh. We find out how many resources are in hand, and then we can trash things. Never mind, there's a lot of resources in hand. Okay, stim implant, Gachapon, Hernando Cortez, Paladin, and counter surveillance. I think we just double advance the send a message. Right? They just can't break through DNA tracker enough times. They can't, they just take damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. This deck is so sick. DNA tracker makes them lose their money, and then we can void them out, and then they come in and lose more money, and then they don't have money, and then loot box ends the run. I didn't even think about that when I installed this. How many DNAs are in here? 2 DNAs. That's so good. This is such a good deck. Oh, BAM is by any means. What are we doing? Hernando Cortez run the remote. Right. So we can't break DNA tracker. So we'll just res that. It does cost us 11, which probably means we can't score next turn. But it is what it is. Oh no, we can score next turn. Okay, we're not resing loot box. We're gonna pitch these 2 cards, I guess. Ah, okay, GG. GG. That was game. Yeah, because they can't run back because they died of DNA. But if they had enough cards, loot box would have ended the run. Does it tell us how many times our ID triggered? Maybe it's in the stats. But it's turn 9, so I'm pretty sure it's just triggered 9 times, right? Stats. View log. No, it doesn't say. I thought at one point it did say how many times your ID triggered. Huh. Okay, onwards. Let's keep going. This is good. Do we... Like, I just don't know how to evaluate whether or not the Flower Sermon version is better. The feel like the main thing is this version, the one that we're playing right now, is just simpler. And the Flower Sermon snare version is just more going on. So yeah, that's why I'm leaning towards starting with this, because we need to figure out if what this deck can do and what it can't do, and then we can start playing with it and make it fancier. Easiest way to check is search chat. Yeah. That's a runner deck with a lot of moving pieces. Yeah, it is. Deck is goated stealing this for tomorrow's AMT. Oh. Hello, how's it going? Hey, Kat. We're playing some Hyoubu. I was challenged by Finn to play Hyoubu in the Malmö tournament on the 25th. I'll be going to Malmö in person, and I will be playing Hyoubu and Akiko, and he will be playing Spark and Khan. So we are deck building. We using Hyoubu with Subliminal for easy money? We are. Has to be Akiko, right? Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna build Akiko. Like, probably we're gonna play like a couple more games with this, and then I'm gonna build Akiko and try it. I have a shell. It's not really a shell. I basically like took the must includes in Shaper and put them in there, like Creative Commission and Diesel. And then I have like a couple one of like idea cards, but I haven't actually figured out what that deck it looks like. Just gotta steal all the unbanned decks to win. Big Hoshiko's good. We, yeah, I don't know what Brandon's playing tomorrow. I have an idea of what he's playing for Corp, although I don't know precisely what it is. I can tell you that I don't like it. But it's gonna be something. Brandon's Corp tomorrow is a deck that I would never play. I don't think. Kana's a bigger handicap than Akiko, in my opinion. Is it? Jeff was playing Akiko on stream last night, I think. Oh! Jeff was around earlier. Jeff, are you still around? Maybe I can steal some of your Akiko ideas. So far, I just have, what do I have? I'm just like, I think Jailbreak is probably good, Overclock is probably good. Like, you can probably just Overclock R&D, and you just get a little bit more value out of your ID. And then, like, there's all these other cards, like Flux Capacitor, Cuban, Nyashia, that kind of synergize off running R&D, but might just be cards that I actually don't want in the deck. We'll see. Did you pick the IDs for each other? Yeah, we did. I believe he ended up throwing it out and playing Lat, so I'm unsure if that will be inspiring to you at all. No, switching IDs is not an option. Hello, hey Phil, and hello, Alec. How's it going? We're playing some Hyoubu. I've been challenged to play Hyoubu by Finn on the 25th in Malmö, so I'll get to play a wacky ID, and he'll get to sleeve up his copy of Hyoubu so that I can use it for the first time, and it doesn't have to sit in his box forever. I like events with limited ideas, lets you go off meta. I was most interested in finding IDs that kind of forces you to build around it, or it doesn't force you, but you do build around it. So like Hyoubu, you could just play Reg Jinteki and ignore your ID. Like you can do that with any ID, but I feel like a certain ID with a very unique ability and you build around it is really fun. Which is why I really like the idea of building Khan. Because he's been building Khan and I've been helping him with it. And there's just cool stuff, I think. It only lets you install icebreakers, which sucks. But you can install your icebreaker with Shesvi credits. So you can install your Shesvi and then, like, inside job a random server, pass the ice, trigger Khan, and install your Amina with your Shesvi credits, which I think that's really funny. And then he's been like using Masterwork, which lets you use Shesvi credits as well. So you can like initiate a run on a central and then use Shesvi credits to install your hardware. I think there's like cool stuff you can do. Nyashi over twinning WoW. Not certain. We'll figure it out. How's the zoom? We're good, right? Okay. Flex Cassidy Charged Mind's Eye is definitely a play. Yeah. I definitely. This seems like a great hand, right? We have 8 agendas in the deck. We have half of them. And we're against Crim, so we don't need to Ice HQ turn 1. We can just like install double advance, send a message. Right. Okay, so we didn't get 4 agendas, but we got 4 ice. We got 5 ice. And 3 of them's Chiashi. Well, I think it's like reveal a random card from the grip. Red team. Interesting. That's good to know. It's good to know. We're probably going to put a Chiashi in archives to stop red team. I brought the Guantanamo deck to the weekly meetup. It went as well as you could imagine. Not familiar with what the Guantanamo deck is. Yeah. Hyoubu to be whenever and Khan to be any program. That's like a question that me and Finn were like, why is Hyoubu once a turn? Like, how are we abusing reveal to the point where that's an issue? I don't know. That is send a message. We might even feed that to them. Ugh. Ooh. That's it. That's the card. They run archives. It ends the run. Oh, we got him. We're going to reveal a random card from the grip. We should have done that first. Bravado. Cool. We don't have money to play Bravado. Instant keep. We have so many points. Seems good. It's not the deck. It's a 7-turn grace period. You were gifted by this passive runner. That's true. Aww. We don't have money to Resonancy. That's so sad. Lakshmi with 2 zeros is infinite money. Oh, that's true. Celebrity Gift would be too busted. Does Celebrity Gift reveal 1 at a time? This is so bad that I can't res this ice. It's really bad. Subliminal is abuse. Oh, that's true. Subliminal is abuse. Because you could, like, have 3 subliminals. That's true. Apparently there was an infinite combo with Lakshmi, Smart Fabrics, and 2-0 agenda. Yeah, I see that. Lakshmi and 2-0. Guantanamo Bebe is the cold sight. Oh, right. It's the cold sight healing egg infusion. Yeah, Lakshmi 2-0. Fine. Oh, they saw the loot box. Okay. So it's like, reveal a card. We know that they're on paperclip. We ice HQ and take a credit. We can res Anansi. We can res loot boxes. I'm so happy that we've drawn our loot boxes. I don't know if it's good. We'll find out if it's good. But it's face down ice. Like, imagine if loot box was on R&D there. Like, we res it and we end the run. So good. I think a lot of players would have red teamed archives. We get an Anansi trigger. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Huh? Okay, we want the Bathynomus, we want the Anansi, we don't want the Oboe. So we probably want a Spin Doctor to shuffle before the Oboe comes up. Let's go Anansi Bath. Yeah, Anansi Bath, spin, subliminal, say done. And then we draw. We don't draw. We can't draw. Oh no, we can. We just have to do it the other way. Do we want to speed up the game? I think we do. I think we do want to speed up the game. So let's do this. Oboe, Anansi Bath, subliminal, spin. We say done and we draw the spin. Credit kiting, paperclip, flip switch. Okay. Loot box trigger? Fire. All right, we're at 0. How much money are we getting? We're giving you a red team, a gamble, or a penny shaver. What does this do? The runner shuffles the stack. Oh. Okay, so we want to give you the red team. Does that make sense? I think it does. And we don't want to give you the gamble. Because the red team is like money over time that that we can block out. We just gained $6. Loot box was I gain 6, they pay 2. So good. It's actually, I'm not even joking. That was actually quite good. What is happening here? We reveal that they have Shesvi. And then we play this. We play this. Oh no, we have to draw once? No, we have to install and res the Spin Doctor so that we can pitch the send a message. So then we can like ice archives, I think. Or we could Anansi HQ even. They are Crim, right? Because we have a Bathynomus for archives. Yeah, I don't hate this. We can't res our ice on HQ, and that's fine. They don't know that. Although this player has been very comfortable running. Shaver is good to give away too. That's true, but it only gives us $3. I would like more than $3. Oh. Sure. Okay, that's fine. Install Begalter. Run HQ. Okay. It's fine. Come on in. Now they know what's going on archives. I need to shuffle before I draw the oboe. And then it's like ice, archives, credit, credit, which means we can reveal another card. We probably don't reveal from the grip because we already know 2 of the cards in the grip. So let's see the top card of the deck. Flip switch. Cool. Cool. Okay, so flip switch is on top of the deck. Red team is in hand. Shesvi is in hand. Red team's on the board. This is so good. Like, I can res Anansi. Oh, they can't even break Anansi. That's really bad for them. Oh, wait, can they? They can. Oh, they can. They were at 7. Never mind. What am I talking about? But now it's like, I have 0 credits. I can't res anything, right? No, I can res loot box. And then I can get money, and then I can res my Bathynomus. If it was the other way around, that'd be so sick. They drew a card and drew a card. So they have Shesvi and Flip Switch in hand. Let's just see the top card of the deck. Backlund Botchkin. Good to know. We'll just take money. We have a better click for credits. Channel Finn and make notes, Will. Ooh, I could. But see, if this was like a tournament game, I would write notes. But this is not a tournament game, so I'm just going to train my memory. It's interesting that we're running HQ. We installed 2 Chesvies. This engine we're building is kind of scary. My money is a little bit slow. That is unfortunate. Did we draw last turn? I didn't really pay attention to what happened here. Install Chesvy, hit Penny Shaver, run. So the top card is still Backlund Botchkin, and we have a flip switch in hand. We revealed the flip switch again. We probably don't need 2 Chiyashis, so let's throw one out. We'll run R&D. How much does this cost them? It cost them 1? That's kind of bad. It cost them 0 because they get Penny Shaver Dollar. So I need to like ice R&D again, hey? Don't like that. Don't like that at all. And the sooner that we ice them out, the sooner we can get subliminals back. Huh. But the issue is if I ice R&D, they're just going to run HQ. And I can't ice R&D and get to 12. Huh. And at this point, I'd rather them run R&D than run my hand. Just because I have an agenda in hand. They have a flip switch in hand still. Did they draw last turn? They did. Alright, what's coming up? Fermenter. Oh, I guess they get to see this too. I didn't think about that. That's kind of bad. Yeah, take 3 is fine. I guess I'm showing them what's on top of the deck. I didn't think about that at all. So now they know there's a fermenter coming up, which means they're incentivized to draw and install it, which means they're not going to run, maybe? They're going to run R&D here. It's a free run. How are you finding Lootbox so far? I loved playing with it a long while back. Yeah, I love it too. I mean, this is my second game with it ever, but I remember when I first saw the card, it was like, I think this is a good card. It's just not, it doesn't excel at any one thing, but it's just a well-rounded card. It does a lot of things for you, but again, it doesn't excel at any one thing. I think we put a DNA on R&D here. It seems like their deck is really in on attacking centrals. I should reveal the top card of the stack. It's Begalter. They have double Begalter, which is good to know. Do I have to add one of those cards to the grip? I do. Okay, so if it's like the difference between stealing oboe and not stealing oboe, that might matter. Ooh, we get subliminal value. So much value. Play subliminal. Install this. Install another ice, potentially. We could install Loot Box, or we could install Anemone. It's probably Anemone. Is it? That's a tough call. Let's see a card in your hand. Oh, I was planning to click hand, but that's fine. Credit kiting. Good to know. Let's put that there. This leaves HQ a little vulnerable. If they run HQ and trash NGO here, that's pretty bad. We're running archives. That's fine. I'll res with Venomous. Oh. This is actually a bad res, hey? Because they can just gain 2 credits. Nah, I think we gotta do it. Because otherwise they're gonna run elsewhere. I think... This might be a bad res. We're gonna have to put something else on archives. But I think we were always gonna do that, so... It's fine. Let's make some money here. Amina! Yes, please! They pay 2, we gain 8. Oh, so good. Credit kiting, Amina, Hot Pursuit. I guess they can, like, credit kite their Amina now. Oh, no, they can't, because we shuffle the deck. That's also hilarious. Yep. They could have drawn the credit kiting and played it, but Lootbox shuffled it away. That is hilarious. That is truly hilarious. What is this? This is install, advance. This needs to be equal to the strength? Yeah. The Resonemone? No. We just make them pay through a Chiashi here. Or they could flip switch it, if they want. Which is fine. We're gonna have to deal with the flip switch anyways, at some point. I think people were down on it because it's trap ice that doesn't hurt the runner, but it can buy you so much econ and info, yeah. Oh, I screwed up the Hyoubu thing. Subliminal reveal Hyoubu ID click reveal. I will need to pay attention to that. Thank you for pointing that out. So I spent a click revealing and I didn't get any money. JNet now tells you if you're revealing off the stack or grip with Hyoubu. I remember a game against you where I revealed a gamble and you had no idea if it was from grip or stack. Oh yeah. That's pretty funny. So it used to just say revealed sure gamble. We didn't know if it was the one in my hand or if the one on top of the deck. That's pretty good. Oh, I'm 1 short from rezzing this other Chiashi. That's so unfortunate. Also, we're getting into Bachland D-Res territory. This is so unfortunate. Actually, that 1 credit off firing Hyoubu, instead of clicking for a credit, mattered a lot here. Oh, we're killing a Shesvi for a tranquilizer. Sure, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Where is this person going to run? How do we make it so we can res this magnet? How do we do it? Is it install spin, install magnet in a new remote? How do we do it? Because the thing is, if we install the magnet... Thinning. If we install the magnet on any server, that's just bad. Because they're just not going to run that server. And if they do run that server, it's going to happen later. And then they can just spend Amina and Shesvi to make us lose $1. So we don't want that. Is creating a new remote really bad for us? If we install the magnet on the remote, on server 2, are they going to run the remote and pay through the Chiashi knowing that it's going to derez later? No, right? I think the only way is we install it naked. Install oboe, advance once, install magnet. I can see that. The thing is, at the start of the turn, it goes to 2, and then at the start of the next turn, it goes to 3. So if they don't bite next turn, we're screwed. Right? Oh, we could, like, override it with Spin Doctor. Actually, yeah. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Let's do this. Because I think making a new remote is bad for us in the long run. Because we don't want to have another server. Because that's just like something that they can run to turn off Subliminal. We don't want that. That's not what we wanted. They're not going to run the remote now. Actually, they might. If we res, they might run the remote. But not with enough money for... Okay, we don't res here. Please jack out and run the remote. I honestly think there's a higher chance that they run if we install Spin, install Magnet, and a new remote. But just the issue is, like, that is bad later. And the score is still 0-0, right? So we can just recover economically on this Chiashi and figure it out, I think. Oh. Got him! Oh, my goodness. Got him. Oh. Oh, we're so good. Easy game. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so good. Easy game. That's like this is a pretty bad draw though. That's so funny. Do we score this? I think we have to just score this. And just ride it out. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. This is why you're world champion. World champ difference once again. That's so good. We had like DNA tracker, Chiashi that we could res. We could have resed a Chiashi on HQ, but no, we res a Magnet. That's so funny. Okay, what's happening here? Are we stealing this oboe? Indicates to fire. Oh, we're just bouncing for a Bachland target counter. Oh, sure. Okay, so we're gonna bounce off this twice, run the remote, and de-res the Chiashi with the Bachland. This is once per run. Each run you encounter a piece of ice. Yeah. We're gonna take a credit first. Oh yeah, that makes sense. So I think we anemone them. I don't want to do that. We also lose the spin, which means we can't... we can't kill the oboe later, so they're probably just gonna steal it next turn. Yeah, there's no information that's changed. They can undo as much as they need. What's happening? Oh, right. They said I forgot my plan. I didn't really need to do that. They did need to take a credit because they were gonna Bachland the Chiashi. We can't just give them oboe, right? The thing is, like, we lose the oboe next turn, though. Whatever. I think we gotta do what we gotta do. Tread lightly. Legwork. Jeez, they got some mean cards in their deck. See if they realize that it's oboe. They don't. They should jack out there, and they just run back and de-res the Chiashi next turn. I think. I mean, I guess they're just de-resing, so... I don't know, they just spend a click and 2 credits to clear the tag and come back next turn. I guess it's the same thing. Yeah, we're not in a great spot. We need to draw a spin. That does not help us. That really doesn't help us. That really doesn't help us. We could score this and install spin. That'd be a next turn thing. We can override it with hybrid release? That doesn't make sense at all. We kind of don't want them to run archives so that we can hybrid release our spin. What are they doing here? They're running the remote. We need to take $1 because we're going to lose $1 off the magnet on Amina. Okay. There is a world where our opponent is super greedy and they don't run the remote. And then we can hybrid release over install and install spin. But our opponent is not that crazy. Yeah, we had to draw spin there. We probably lose now. Is this better out of Egg Infusion? That's kind of drawing a spin. Yeah, it's drawing a spin, but next turn. Oh, I should full screen, hey? There we go. What did we lose? Penny Shaver, Mutual Favor, Bagalter, Sure Gamble. Sure. We just hybrid release and install spin. It's so bad. I think that's what we gotta do, right? Yeah. It takes a point out of the deck. I still need to score twice. There's a lot of good pressure in this low stack. Although, like, they did take a lot of high-risk early game turns that, like, the Anansi fired, but there was other things that kind of went unpunished. Just because the ice that I found and the money that I didn't find wasn't able to punish them. We risk the 1 and 3 here? No. They hit the Rashida anyways. That's unfortunate. Okay, we need NGO. And we need Rashida, I think. But we probably need to shuffle this, send a message back, so we're not going to do anything. Ooh, that's a card. That's a card. Okay, let's see what's a random card in your grip. Legwork. Okay. So I guess we're discarding this. Got it. Although that might be too obvious. This is why the tempo of the speed that you play is actually important. So I didn't hesitate enough, I think. Like, after click 2 draw, you should look at your hand and think or pretend like you're thinking, and then discard, and then take a credit and discard the send a message. Because if your clicks go click Hyoubu, see legwork in hand, and then you go draw a card, take a credit, pitch the send a message, it's very obvious what just happened. Did you Hyoubu click? Not sure what turn that was, but yes. All the econ seems to melt away if the runner runs more than one time in 7 turns. We aren't getting our subliminal. It's true. Okay, I think we just leave this in the bin for as long as we can. They did just draw a bunch of cards. Ooh, that's huge. Okay, let's see a random card from the grip. Tread lightly, good to know. Okay, so now we know there's an event in hand, which is tread lightly. And then we're gonna see another card next turn, and then play standard procedure, and then we can res all our ice again. We just gotta hold out. They're at 6 points, but we have the hybrid releases. They're gonna have 5 cards in their hand. Oh, but they didn't run. Ooh, we get subliminals. Okay, that was a mistake. They should have ran last turn. We install the void in the remote here. Random card from the grip. Oh, I'm revealed the subliminals already. We're bad at this game. It's fine. It's fine. We spend a click to get info about their hand. Is it worth it? No. But it's fine. This is a lesson we're going to need to learn. Is we need to pay attention when we've revealed. Because it only happens once a turn. But we know they have a tranquilizer now. And a tread lightly. And we're about to get... They discarded 2 paper clips. Wow. Is this just a good deck, hey? Should we be... Is this actually a good deck, or am I just playing a bad deck? Because this Los is actually doing work, and it's got 2 of each breaker. Okay, what are we doing now? Just getting money, right? Right? Like, they have no drip. They have no drip. They have Fermenter. Do they have Fermenter? 3, 6, 7, 8. Wait, they have 3 paper clips? Wait a second. They have 3 paper clips. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So there's 4 influence left, which could be Fermenter. I think I'm happy clicking for credits, so let's do that. For at least a turn, because the thing is, we're going to get, like, tranquilized, and we still have a lot of ice that we want to res. And it's not like they have Rizekis out, so unless we're scared of Fermenter coming down, there's no, like, long-term econ that they've represented. So we're dripping better than they are, because we have Subliminal. That will prompt a DNA tracker res. And then they can't continue past the Anansi. 3 Paperclip has so much influence. And 3 Bagalter, yeah. No one tell them about mutual favor. You'd suspect they're playing APOC. Hansi review? Okay. So we know 2 of the cards in their hand. Right? We know that they have Tread Lightly and Tranquilizer. So let's see the top card of the deck. Hot Pursuit. Okay. And we just like Hansi away like Subliminal. Wait, have we played Subliminal this turn? No. We play Subliminal. I think we just take all the money that we can get. So we should Hansi away the DNA tracker and then take $1. This is fine. We have no agendas. Once we have an agenda, we can put it in the remote. Void should be able to do the work as long as we have cards in our hand. And I think we can be greedy here to pick up our Subliminals back. They are just going to play the Hot Pursuit. It also doesn't quite make sense why they're on Hot Pursuit. I think we res this. We just want to res here. Just res everything. It's going to get tranquilized. That's fine. Networking. That's cute. Now we know they have another event in their hand. We're going to play Standard Procedure next turn for at least $5 because they have Networking and Tread Lightly in hand. They also have Tranquilizer and 2 unknown cards. Unless one of the cards I know, which I don't think I do. If I took notes, I would know. There's also 2 copies of Amina we haven't seen. Also, they need to run Archives soon, because Loot Box needs to trigger before they run out of cards. Ooh. Okay. Thimblerig's cute. Reveal random card from the grip. Oh, wait. Standard Procedure reveals... Okay, we're gonna be greedy. We're gonna play this next turn. Or some other turn. Oh, we're so bad. Will hasn't seen the 3x networking yet. Well, no, I have not. I've not seen 3x networking. That's coming, right? Loot box! Okay. That means we probably have to put the Anansi in Archives here. Which is fine. Wait, what? Oh, there's 2 copies of Deuces and a Bravado. Sure. We'll give you the Bravado, because that's more money. Ooh, but if we give them the Deuces, they'll probably draw with it, which will get them 2 more events, which then gets us more money. This is the long-term play. It's going to be the Deuces. There's where my Deuces went. Yeah, now you can play them. Now you can play your Deuces Wild, and you can draw 2 cards, and we're going to, like, gain 9 with Standard Procedure. Oh. Okay, that's disappointing. Let's see if they let us take that back. That's so embarrassing. That's unbelievable. I totally forgot about that. I was just clicking buttons and thinking about something else. Okay. Wow, that is embarrassing. Okay, give him the Deuces. Pop the Spin Doctor. This And we want to keep the void. We don't know if they have pinholes, although we haven't seen any. It's probably the NGO because we need something to bait them. Okay. Nobody saw a thing. Nobody saw a thing. Hyoubu's so hard to play that Will forgot basic Netrunner. Whole mental stack is used to calculating Hyoubu triggers. It is. My entire... Like, I had to forego a credit, giving them deuces instead of bravado. Okay? And in exchange, I get money later. Huh? They're pre-installing it on the remote Chiashi. I don't think that's the play, because this only triggers when you install and when your turn begins. Okay, that's good for us. Okay, don't click Hyoubu, because this reveals. We want another Anansian Archives, because otherwise this is a free run. So it's Hedge Fund. We could Loot Box Archives. But I think we just Anansi. Oh wait, we should play this now. Okay, here we go. Event. Damn, we're good. Click gain 11. Hyoubu's so good. Tread lightly, mutual favor, networking, credit kiting. We just gained 11 credits with standard procedure. This is a good deck. Oh, we're running the remote? I like this play. This is a good play. Oh, we're not going all the way through. If they, like, running through and trashing the void here is a good play, I think. We're just charging the Bachland, which I think is fine. Like, we'll just have enough money to res it later, so that's fine. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, they don't have like Rizeki or anything, so their econ is kind of set. Although we don't have another magnet. That's an agenda. How does this work? Install double events doesn't work. So I think we have to draw here, just to fill our hand, so that we can void. So it's draw again, install, send a message. And then next turn it's install, spin, double advance. Pretty sure that works. Although we don't have enough to res the Anansi. We don't have enough to res the Anansi and res Chiashi twice. Janet forgets to calculate the tranquilizer on magnet. Mutual favors in the deck. What a twist. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess it is blanking it. Loses all abilities. So I guess Janet is bugged in that sense. Right? Because there is 6 MU worth of programs on the board. It doesn't matter. I doubt they have something where that will matter. Okay, so we res this. Oh, I'm going to have to res this 3 times. Because it's going to de-res at the start of the turn. Oh, I could purge, actually. Yeah. We're paying 7. That's a lot of money. Okay, this makes the run unsuccessful. So let's get rid of the 2 ice, I think. Just because I don't think we have the money to install or res the ice, although one of them's a loot box. Okay, and then we purge here. And then next turn we advance and then we purge. Hopefully they don't run here. Although they should just bounce off the magnet to deny our subliminals, but if they forget, that's a misplay that we really need them to make, I think. No, they do it. Oh, they're going through. We're also getting sucked by a Mina here. We're getting derezzed. I think if they Backlin here... Yeah, okay. Is Anemone gonna matter? Probably not. Attitude adjustment's probably better than spin. Ooh. Although I don't know if they're gonna make a successful run for the purposes of standard procedure. We need the money though. That's so hard. We need both of these cards. I don't see how we're winning this game. Jeez. Let's see, if they derez this... So we have to draw. And we just advance this twice. This is a very interesting game, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose. Is Backlin actually a good card? Bachlin's a good card against Glacier. Run back and Backlin to that turn? Yeah, and I'd have to kick them out with Void. They're running out of money. They need to Backlin here. But even then, they're running out of money. Because they have to respect Oboe, right? Okay, so they're going to Backlin here. I have to keep the spin, so we're going to trash the 2 new cards. And then we're at 3, which is enough to score. So they have to run back, spend all their money. Oh, I guess they could take a net damage. Yeah, the clicks don't work out for them if it's Oboe. If it's send a message, then they win. Because they can just break the magnet and let the anemone fire. Are they thinking here? What's going on? Why not install spin over drawing there? Oh, that's true, hey? I think the reason is because if I get to a point where I need to over-install the send a message, then I do it with the spin doctor. Which only has the effect of dragging on the game, but I think we actually just lose here now. Yeah, you're right. I should have just installed the spin. I didn't want to because spin is a thing that I can overinstall to send a message with. But since we only have 4 cards in hand, voiding just makes us discard it. Yeah. Is there a way to win? No. Subliminals are gone. Spin doctors are gone. We got send a message. These 2 are gone. No, that's just game. We just draw here. Yeah. Alright, GG. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this low stack that is just it seems all over the place, and it seems like it's there's just like a bunch of things crammed in here. But it works. It might just be I'm playing a bad deck. I think I'm really proud of how this deck turned out. It's really fun. He's got great econ and decent pressure, both early and late game. Yeah, it does. Like the first thing that I would look at is whether or not we need 3 of each breaker. Which we probably don't. Like especially 3 paper clips. You can do so much more with that influence. The next thing is like I question if the networking Bachlan Hot Pursuit thing is good, but like Bachlan did so much work. There's a credit kiting in here, which is cute. It is cute. Like we can install our red team with it. Also, red team. Red team's generally not a good card. Like again, like they clicked through red teams because I had chunky ice and no econ. So this game could have started differently. Who knows if it would have ended differently. There's also 2 legworks. That's a lot of legworks. I'm surprised you had the Reasers keep raising all those terrifying ice. If I was using the version of this deck with Cat's Cradle instead of Mina, I would have never gotten past your everything. Well, there's a lot of... I guess you only played 1 DNA checker, but I bet if you had seen a weaker decoder, you would have been using it more. Yeah, I discarded a DNA. And if you were on Cats, I would have installed it. That's true. Yeah, this is good stuff. I guess like the D-Res ability of Bachlan really kept it up. Like I'm just wondering like how does this do against Acme? Because Acme I would say is like the tip of the glacier iceberg. And all of Acme stuff is spiky, so you can't do any of the bounce for Bachlan counter stuff. But otherwise, like Tread Lightly is a good card. Bachlan itself is a good card against Acme. Like you get to 6 counters, D-Res Hydra is fine. There's a lot of HQ stuff in here, and if I had Acme's ice, I can probably block it out. Although I had Chiashi and Ansi, and they were going through that, so I don't know. Yeah, this is interesting. This is a deck to explore. It's a very good deck to explore. Yeah, I think there's something here. Okay. Flip Switch makes the self-tagging a little better too. I guess so. like, I can see how the deck comes together, right? You install red team, you run around, you install a flip switch, it helps you run around. Yeah, that's neat. That's something that I'll probably check out because I really didn't think Reg Crim. Like, I think Reg Crim has issues that I don't like. Um, but that deck showed that you can deal with it. But also keep in mind that I had so much big ice res on centrals and I didn't have any on the remote. Like, I just had that one Chiashi that they were targeting. Otherwise, they were breaking a magnet and an anemone. So this whole thing could be different if I had another big ice on the remote. And like Tranquilizer seems out of place too, right? Like, it's just a tool that deals with big ice. So that was probably just really good against what I'm doing. But there's probably a lot of other decks that has issues against. Because like Bachlan and Tranquilizer are close to dead cards in other matchups. Like, yeah, Tranquilizer is another card that seemed very out of place. It's really good in what just happened, but it's a card that seems out of place. Okay. How are we feeling? Should I... This feels great. Like, this is good enough to play in Malmö. Although I'll probably jam a couple more games with it just on JNet. Any edits that I should make? What do y'all think? I'd would love some comments. Akiko time. Okay, we got one vote for Akiko time. Well, let's do that. Loki Prison Tech. Loki Prison Tech is true. That is true. Yeah, okay, so before we move on to Akiko, I'd love to talk about what our thoughts are on this. And then potentially like some ideas for the Flower Sermon version. If they're like right on the top of our minds, and then we'll go and take a look at Akiko. Loki Prison Tech, because every deck needs that. Yeah. Hey. When I started playing again after my exams on April 29th, we had this circuit opener, and I played Bankar Atom, and I didn't realize it, but Bankar is so good against Loki Egg. Because I managed to make it so that they didn't res any ice before the Loki. So it was just the one Loki sub, so I was just going through it and taking one net damage. I don't know if there are any changes I would make. I maybe cut an attitude adjustment for a third standard procedure. Maybe. We did have a lot of money. Although, like, the thing is, we were poor that game, but we were only poor because we had to res so much ice and have to re-res it as well. Right? I think 3 Void is correct. The Maverick is probably doing enough to justify. 1 Bathinimus is correct. 2 Thimbleray, 2 DNA is correct. Chiashi. You'd probably play a third DNA instead of the Chiashi. I don't know though. I don't like DNA because of Amina. But against Anarch, like, this costs 6. Like, this is bad for Black Orchestra, whereas Chiashi is totally fine. So if there's a lot of Anarchs, like, you probably cut a Chiashi and put a third DNA. Because DNA is better than Chiashi in the Anarch matchup. In the Shaper matchup, what does Shaper use as their decoder? Ngolo costs them 5. Chiashi costs 7. Chiashi costs everybody 7. Ngolo costs 5. Unity costs like 4 or 5. Well, it costs 5. 4 is like... You have to have a lot of icebreakers installed for it to cost 4. 3 Anemone might be overkill. Like, I might do something like this, where we put in a third standard procedure for the attitude, and we cut the Mavericks for a third DNA. We go to 19 ice. Just to make sure I see ice. Although, yeah, 3 anemone might be overkill. It does protect the elbow. And it makes them keep cards in hand. I kind of like it. I feel like one Mavericks is just good. Like, this enables plays against Botulus. We probably want another magnet in here. We probably really want another magnet in here. Okay, let's go to 2 Chiashi. I feel like we had too many Chiashis that game. Even though like, we would have much rather seen Chiashi than DNA Tracker. But that game, yeah. Hyoubu feels like it's always just 1 to 2 cards from being great. It just needs a consistent way to get a trigger on the runner's turn. Yeah, hey. Rip. Slot machine. Can't you just run genotyping over attitude? I could. Attitude reveals, yeah. And it also, it's just a direct way of dealing with agendas. I really like attitude adjustment. Like, it synergizes with Hansi review too, because you can like Hansi the agenda and then attitude, has the same effect. Yeah, like this just gains you, it nets you 3 credits if there's 2 agendas. It's decent. The thing is, we probably get flooded more than what happened last game. So I'm skeptical of this. Like, this is probably better. I don't know. I'll try it out. I mean, if you try it out, you probably play the one that's more risky, and then if we get flooded too much, we'll go back to 2 and 2. Gotta get the trigger somehow. It's nice to disincentivize Archives runs to get Subliminal back versus some decks as well. What is nice to disincentivize Archives runs? Mavericks? What about a Celebrity Gift and a Magnet? We could play Celebrity Gift. The Mavericks, yeah. I should turn the light on. Celebrity Gift and a Magnet. I would love a second or even a third Magnet. I don't think I want to play Celebrity Gift. I feel like our money is good. You know? Like, we don't need Celebrity Gift. But also, I could just stop being cute and play Celebrity Gift, because Subliminal Messaging and Celebrity Gift is just good. I just don't like showing our hand. Celebrity Gift is 2 clicks, gain 8, though. Celebrity Gift is 2 clicks, gain 8, but this card is 1 click, gain 11. You know? You know? Yeah, I probably stay greedy and just keep the 1 magnet. Okay. Enough of that. Let's look at Akiko. I'm gonna play. I've got about an hour and a half. So here's Akiko, and I need help. So please ring in the ideas here. I've just thrown in the must includes. These are the must includes, not the programs. Like, I don't know where to go with this. Do we play Ngolo? We should play a paperclip. Do we play Ngolo? Kazi string with flux capacitor. Oh, I have to tell everybody this. Kat, thank you so much for bringing that up. On Tuesday, okay, hang on. I'm getting a lot of comments, so I'm going to scroll through these first, because it'll disappear in a second. Twinning and Wake. Euler better than Golo, I think. 3x Euler. 3x Euler. Really? Psych Mike. Aesops. With Aesops. Oh, I see. Okay. So we're playing Euler, Aesops. We're gonna put the Reaver engine in here, maybe. Let's just throw it in and see what we're looking at. We're playing Mind's Eye, right? Yeah, we're playing Mind's Eye. We're playing Stone Ship Chart Room, and we're playing Flux Capacitor to charge our Mind's Eye. Should we Orca to charge our Mind's Eye? Can we Orca? Can we make this a security? No, what the heck is that called? Test run? A test run deck with... Like, test run's probably not bad in Akiko, right? So we could play like Orca, and we could Palangi to make it into a Sentry so we can break with Orca. I think we're cooking. We're gonna leave one Cubone in here. We don't need. We could also charge Nyashia, which I think is cute. We could play one Nyashia. I know I went down the jank tank very quickly. Yeah, Spark of Inspiration with Test Run. Well, we could also just play Retrieval Run. Is this a customized Secretary deck? Maybe. As long as your rig isn't Orca and Golo, tried that and crashed hard and new problems. Oh, okay, Kazi string story. So at Pub Runner on Tuesday, I played against our well-loved friend Clayton, who basically I sat down and I was like, I'll play anything. Like, I have the decks that I brought, which are the things that I brought last week because I didn't have any new decks to make. So I was like, I would love to, like, usually a lot of people have like a lot of decks around, and especially if it's like a newer deck that they haven't played many games with, like, I think it's very useful to play against your own deck, to learn about it, right? So there's like, it's like mutually beneficial. But anyways, I usually like will ask people, like if they have a deck and for me to play them. So Clayton gives me his options. And I found out that he has a Padma deck that is built around Kazi string. Okay. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try to make this work. So we play against, I think he was playing Built to Last, and it was like a San Fast Advance Built to Last. And I basically score a Kazi string, and I get to 6 points. Okay, and I'm at 6 points. And my turn was, on click 3, I get to 6 points. Click 4, I install Kazi string. Click 4 and install Kazi string. And then I pass the turn, he takes a turn, and on my next turn, it's run the remote, break in, don't steal an agenda, get a counter on Kazi string, install 2 Stone Ship Chart Rooms to charge the Kazi string twice, and then last click run R&D, Padma to charge the Kazi string and win the game. And I win when I initiate the run on R&D. It was so good. So we scored 2 points with Kazi string, and we won from like no counters on the Kazi string. It was so good. So Kazi string, good card. Kazi string, good card. You also got to charge the first one and score it with Dag. Oh, that's right! I did get to... yeah, I also got a counter with Dag, which is a card I forgot. All 9-cost breakers are 1 MU. Expensive breaker equals 2 MU. It's written in the law. Yes. Okay. So what are we doing? Is this a customized secretary deck? Let's remind everybody and myself what this card even does. That seems not quite good enough, I want to say. Does this cost 1? No. Okay, we want simul chips for sure. Reaver. Are we playing Spark? What are we sparking? Are there other things to spark? Are there other programs that you actually want to spark? Inversificator? It's a 1MU breaker. And we can move all the sentries onto R&D and then break it with Orca, even though it's the first time for some reason. Mass driver. What else are we sparking? World tree? No big programs, right? Yeah. You're sparking Harbingers, obviously. Missed Reaver somehow. Oh, yes. That's worse than quality time. This is definitely not a Spark deck. Spark decks are generally just breakers and turbine. Okay, not a Spark deck. How are we installing this Orca? Are we installing this Orca? Should I be playing Orca? I could put a Clot in here. We should probably put a Clot in here. If we have the extra 2 influence, which it looks like we do. Unless we play like pinholes. We could probably play pinholes instead of Clot, honestly. I kind of just want to YOLO into R&D. Right? Also, this requires us to break the ice. Cubon just triggers when you pass it. So we actually have to, they actually need to res the ice for Flux Capacitor. So I think Mind's Eye Flux Capacitor is just a dream that is bad. I'd cut the Orca and just use the Flux. Yeah, I'm like, do we even use the Flux? Do we? I think we could just probably play a better console. And, like, we have enough events. Like, we should probably play Anacam. Laugh at all the Anansi players. And the Hydra players. You're getting cheap R&D runs if they don't res as Akiko. Twinning plus Flux plus Mind's Eye. Never give up on the jank dreams. Yes, I agree. Chesby! I don't understand where twinning is coming in, although twinning can come in if we use Chesby. Okay, we're playing Chesby. Right? Right. Like, we're playing at least 2 of these. No Clot, no Reaver. Do we need this pawn shop thing? Okay. We're gonna play less jank. We're gonna play less jank. We're gonna play Anacam. 3 Anacam? Probably should play 3 Anacam. I think we cut the pawn shop. Stone Ship Chart Room is just a good card. Niyashia's fine. I don't know about this anymore. Twinning is also chargeable. Oh, I see. Chesby with what influence? Yeah, I know, right? You have to spend credits on the IMD one so you can move away from Palangi Euler. Yeah, I'm appealed by that. Because, okay, so one world is we play Pawn Shop, Palangi, Oiler, and we hard install Orca. That's appealing. So maybe we just play no flux. I feel like there's enough good events that I want to play that Anacam should be here. And I feel like we can just play Deuces Wild. Okay, so what happens if we do this? If we cut the Pawn Shop, we cut the Reaver, we cut the Harbinger, we play a third Chesby. Oh, and then I don't have room for deuces. Can we just play Propeller? No. No, we can't. Can we play Pawn Shop without... We can use Chesby credits to install Orca with SMC. This is a bad deck. We don't need daily cast, probably. Okay, so DZMZ. We might end up playing Pawn Shop anyways. What if we cut Paperclip and we play Propeller? What is a Sentry Breaker? We don't need a Sentry Breaker, we just play Palangi. Okay. Well, this is what we're doing. No cast. Deuces Wild. Right? That's the best event. What other events are there that I've missed? That's kind of funny. Into the Depths is cool. Into the Depths is cool. Okay, let's put one of those in. We'll change up the numbers in a second. Spec Work is cool. Although we probably should just play Pawn Shop. Definitely need a DZMZ. Propeller with 1x Turbine is probably fine. Yeah, we could play 1x Turbine. Overclock 3 Chesby almost pays for an SMC to Orca. Yeah, exactly. You also don't really have charge targets, so Orca probably not worth it. That's true. Multiple propellers, Turbine, Compiled Orcas. Compiled Orca's fun. Cleaver Turbine is also an option. An Ace of Form at Marathon to insta-win against asset decks. Yes, that's the true... That's what we're going for. I feel like it's not Euler. I think it is Ngolo. Ngolo Chesby. Pretty sure is what we go for. I don't think it's Euler. Yeah, we're trying to do a little too much. Let's go with Ngolo. I'm gonna play one Ngolo. We're gonna play. It's not Orca, right? What are we charging? We don't need Cuban. Niashia we probably keep. I think. I'm a third Anacam. I don't know why we need stone ships. We could play Maker's Eye if we're really crazy. Although Jailbreak is better. Okay, we need another Sentry Breaker. Echelon. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll play an echelon. We'll play an echelon and we'll play a turbine. Yeah, she can go. How's this looking? Ghost Tongue Marathon Penny Shaver. I like it. I mean, it used to be paparazzi. It used to be paparazzi to prevent meat damage, and then marathon with by any means, right? Nano is good if you're hard targeting one server. Oh, that's true. Okay, no, I actually do play Nano. What did I say earlier about doing an Orca and Golo rig? Depending on how much clay, she may want 2x turbine as an option. Looking nice. Yeah, I think this is looking nice. Let's replace this with a nanotech, because that's a really good point. About hard targeting one server. I think one turbine is fine. We can probably get away with 2 Palangi. Although that's fine. Into the depths, what are we charging? It's just propeller. Otherwise, this is just like getting us 3 credits, which is a dirty laundry. Which is neat. Oh, we don't need the simul chips anymore? Like, at all, actually? If we run out of propellers, we run out of propellers. Yeah. We'll play 1 simul chip. Is chart room just good? Is that the philosophy? The philosophy is that you always just play 3 chart rooms in Shaper? That was the philosophy. 2 propellers is probably good enough. 2 Palangis is probably good enough. Because we're just trying to get Shesby down with our Ngolo and hammer R&D. Dirty Laundry's good. Into the Depths is probably better than Dirty Laundry. Okay, we're cutting the chat rooms. We're going to play 3 Into the Depths, and we're going to play 2 Into the Depths. Because this requires, there's like a requirement that there's ice on this card. Although I think it's really good, actually. The Beth is non-negotiable. How many DZMZs do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 3 DZMZs and the Anacam. Oh, we can cut an SMC. Yeah. Is that crazy? Okay, we're gonna play 46 cards. Oh, I missed a couple messages. 2 Palangi, 2 Propeller, right? Conduit? Can you beat Acme? Data Ward sucks. Do we still need all 3D? Yeah, I think we do. I've got Into the Depths for Tutor as well. Oh, that's true. Okay, we're gonna cut the SMC. We're gonna cut 1 SMC. Yeah, I think we do need 3 DZMZs. Because you want to find it, and like the earlier you find it, the quicker you get value out of it too, right? Alright, here we go. Akiko Nisei. So for those of you who missed it, Finn and I have challenged each other to play decks in the Malmö tournament with certain IDs that are generally not played and probably very hard to make work. So I was given Akiko and Hyoubu, and Finn was given Spark, Agency, and Khan. So that's what we're doing here, is we are figuring out an Akiko deck. After having tinkered with Hyoubu, which I'm quite happy with how Hyoubu went. Well, I'm gonna full screen this anyways, so it's gonna be different. How's that look? Perfect. I'll need to readjust. We've got a player, we've got a PE, and we've got an Anacam. Do we keep Anacam Dirty Laundry turn 1? I think we do. It's just like Anacam, Laundry, Propeller, Shesby is good. It just lets us get going. Yeah, I think we keep this. No Parisha. Okay, 3 remotes after a mulligan. Is there a snare in hand? Do we care? There's probably a House of Knives on the board. That's fine, HQ. Diviner's good to know. We can just toss this down. Next turn we draw, install program. I didn't want to double install because install DZMZ, install program there means we end the turn with 2 cards in hand, which is like some combination of cards away from dying. Diviner's a code gate. We're good at breaking those, kind of. It costs us 3 with Ngolo, which is fine. Let's draw. Let's get the Shesby down before we Dirty Laundry, I think. And we'll run into HQ here. I don't want to lose the Shesby. Yeah. Okay, so there's multiple subliminals. And we'll just play the gamble, because next turn we're going to diesel. Day 1415 of waiting PE to leave. Yeah, eh? You would draw on trashing the IITD. Into the Depths with an extra I. You would draw on trashing the Into the Depths, though. Oh, I see. So if I ended the turn with 2 cards in hand. Yeah. What happened? It was another Rashida. No, there was 2 Rashidas on the board turn 1. Install card server 4, install card server 5, Ice HQ. Fine. Palangi, please? Okay, well, I got it, so now I gotta do the thing. Because that's a House of Knives, and we want to steal a House of Knives. So I'm pretty sure we just do that. Oh, we should have ran R&D turn 1, because we're Akiko. Oh, boy. That's funny. Do we overclock? Or do we laundry? Or we would into the depths before we laundry. Because I... Are we going to spend the overclock credits? I'm going to go with we are. So yeah, let's overclock. If you were on 2 cards and they did Reaper plus score 3-1 or something. Yeah. Okay, so we want to make this into a barrier. And then we want to break it. That's fine. That's why we overclocked. We lost our laundry. That's sad. It's a Keeling. Sure. Sure. We should trash this wall-to-wall. Eric joined as a spectator. Could be Warride Keeling. Yeah, hey? That's what we gotta deal with these days, hey? Okay, we need to draw. We need to draw and then, like, play the Into the Depths on R&D. Okay. It's fine. Another 2 cards. We could run that, but if it's Keeling, we kind of want them to res it first before we run. Because if they don't res it first, then we're just paying $4 to trash things that's costing the corp nothing. But it could also be like House and Eyes, which is pretty bad. That's a good card to draw if we're gonna take net damage. That's just a good card. We don't have enough clicks now. Says Akiko SMH leaves the game. Could poke R&D. We could install Turbine and poke R&D. The thing is, I want to poke R&D with Into the Depths. But I don't want to lose the Turbine. I guess we have Simulchip. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Let's turn that into a barrier and break it. Is that a good idea? I don't know. We need money. Spend 0. They have to spend $1 to prevent us from seeing 2, which is generally how this goes. Don't care about Nasex. Don't care about Hokusai Grid. Drew Sure Gamble. Nice. We can play that next turn. We just throw a Turbine on the board, so we don't lose it to net damage now. Now we can't play the Gamble next turn, because I thought through my turns. That's fine. I think it is. If we lose the Gamble here, that's fine. We're going to take 2 damage off the Reaper function. We did lose the Gamble. We drew a Jailbreak. Although this is interesting. So most people will probably not trigger Reaper function just for value, but this player has indicated that they will do that. Which is very interesting. Deuces is very good. I'm pretty sure it's just cards and credits, and then we'll run into HQ here. Unless we want to expose, which we could. Because we just drew creative, so we could expose. It's probably valuable to expose. Sure, let's expose. It's a tithe. That's bad for us. We don't want to run into a tithe. They drew Hokusai and Nasex. So I think we just run archives here. It's a 50-50 on server 6 and server 7 for Nasex, but this might prompt a Spin Doctor pop. Or I see what card they discarded, which is interesting. Oh, they're thinking about giving us an oboe and then seeing if they can kill us next turn? I'll take an oboe. Okay. Sure. Drew another Shesvi, which is very good. I would love to install this, but then we can't play the creative. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. So it was double Hokusai in the remote, and now we have something else in there. There's probably agendas in HQ. We're not in a position to get them yet. How many of the cards in hand are odd? Yeah, hey, it's true. It's true. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. It's true. Like at some point we can just jailbreak through and take a net damage. It is just the overclock. Although we would love to find an SMC first, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, nanotech. We find nanotech and SMC. Didn't know we were that good. I guess we are. So install nanotech jailbreak HQ could be a play. It's probably the play. I would love the other copy of Shesvi on the board, but we have a third copy of Shesvi. Yeah, let's do it. Jailbreak HQ. There's got to be agendas in here. We don't care about that. We do care about that. And then we draw. And then we hope we don't die. I don't have an event in hand, so Anacam won't trigger. We lost SMC, Shesvi, Misdirection, Overclock, and SMC. Oh, they scored Blood in the Water? It was just in the remote? Wow. There's just a Blood in the Water in the remote. Wait, was it just in the remote? Oh, it was in server 7. Oh, double Hokusai is illegal. You're right. Double Hokusai sounds like a plan. Remember Finals of 2021? Finals of 2021. No, what happened there? Advance a card in the remote. Okay. There was just a Blood in the Water naked in server 7. That's so disappointing. Beth is good. Propeller is good. We probably installed this rather than playing the creative. Is that wrong? It probably is wrong, actually. Yeah, okay. We don't care about that. Whatever you're advancing. That's fine. Although I had a 50-50 of stealing. Oh, I forgot about subliminals. Shoot. Shoot. It's a House of Knives. They single advanced it, so they really wanted us to run. We lost Diesel. That sucks really hard. Install a card in the remote is fine. Jailbreak is very good. Chesby is really good. Propeller is decently good. I think we just install Chesby and sit for a turn. We don't need more MU. We just kill Propeller and Palangi for Ngolo once we can get it. So I'm pretty sure it's install Chesby. Yeah, I think this will pay off. I think that will pay off. Oh, we should run. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna jailbreak right now. Because we haven't triggered Anacam, so we're gonna draw off this, and we're gonna draw off the Anacam. So if we lose the Chesby, that sucks, but it's fine. Finals had to fold the game since he did double Hokusai. Oh, really? Finals of what? Worlds finals? Finals of 2021. Worlds finals. I don't know what you're talking about. Diviner, wall to wall. Sure. Install Chesby. We don't need the MU, so that's why I don't need the other DZMZ, I think. It would be nice. I don't know if we have the time for it, though. Because if they score here, then we're a little bit pressed. The opponent of Pinsel. Worlds 2019. Oh, I was not at Worlds 2019. That was in person. That was in Rotterdam, right? Worlds 2019. So there was a double Lacosta in the finals, and that was a game loss, and that was the finals win. I did not know that. What happened? Credit, advance, discard. What is happening here? I have to run that, I guess. This is just oboe, because HQ is not safe, so they need to put it in the remote. So I'm just like drawing cards and running. That's a good card. I need to install Simulchip. I do need to install Simulchip. Or just install Ngolo. Okay. Install Simulchip. Run. I think it's just oboe, so I'm not going to worry about the upgrades. Install Simulchip, run. We have 6 cards in hand. We lose 1, so we're at 5. We lose 1, we're at 5. We lose 1 card, we're at 5. Let's assume we have enough. Let's assume we can break both of these, or one of these is not going to get rezzed. Let's assume this is not going to get rezzed. We take, let's say, Hokusai and Prisek. So that's 2 damage, 5 damage. So we would die. Because I draw with Anacam, but that's not quite enough. Because it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. I would have to run without Simulchip. I could draw a card and then run, and then hope that Diviner hits an odd number. Or hope that it hits an even number. Now that I've said that, it's going to hit an odd number. I have a lot of odd numbered cards in my hand, though. I don't know if I can run that. There's only 5 cards left in our deck. Like, we actually lost both SMCs and Aringolos at the very bottom. Oh, we could Depths for Angolo. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we doing that? Yeah, score your agenda. Huh. That's interesting. They had to play a second game since Pinsel was the lower player. Oh, so the first win was because of an illegal game state. Huh. Probably 2-4 for that? Yeah, no, we're fine. Install program. Bingo. Trash these 2 programs. Say done. Use Shesby. Steal Blood in the Water. Jailbreak R&D. Oh, that's pretty sick. And then we die to Snare. YOLO. I came here to run R&D, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to break Diviner with $1. We're going to draw a card with Jailbreak, and we're going to rip a Oboe off the top. I access 3 here if we get the Akiko side game. Okay. No, you can have Reaper function, I think. Can you? I guess you can't. No, I think you can have Reaper function. Yeah, you can have Reaper function. Because we need the money to run. And if they score Oboe here, they don't have enough clicks to install Reaper function. That might have been a mistake. Because if the remote is a trap, then they go like credit install Reaper function. That's fine. Okay. We can deal with that. So now we run the remotes. And if it's Snare, we lose anyways. I guess that's not true. Okay, let's run the remotes. Because we have to. I could have stopped running after the Reaper function find. But this is fine. What's in the remote? I guess we're in no rush to score Oboe anymore. But I'm at 6. Okay. Now that we've drawn the 2 cards left in our deck, now we hammer centrals. Starting with R&D. Is this first time each turn? No, it's whenever. Okay. Sting wins. Sting is close to winning. Sting does 3 damage and this does 1. We would still have no cards. We would still be alive. Upgrade an R&D does not deter me from running it. In fact, it costs them 2 credits, which means they can't fire Snare. Let's start by running R&D. Nice. What a rig. What a rig. This is such a good rig. Oh, I should have spent the money on the same one. Okay, so now we don't have snare money. Although I can't trash the Hokusai grid. They paid 1. Which is fine, that makes sense, I guess. GG. GG. Staying off the top. Got it. Got it. Ah, very good. Akiko's 1-1. Alright, let's do one more. I need to leave at... I still have a bit of time. And this is fun. Okay, let's go once this person is done talking. And let's say streaming. I'm going to say runner. Oh, this is good. Casually flexing on my Akiko record. Oh? Do you have an Akiko record that I'm unaware of? What happened? I went 0-4 and went I see. What, do you have that list on you, Jeff? I'd be interested to pull that up and see where you ended up. Winning with Akiko's only for World Chess. It's so bad, but yeah. Yeah, I'd be interested to see where you ended up. I think there was some mentions of... Okay, so we are no longer playing against the Jinteki ID that does a net damage. And now we're against the Wayland ID that does a meat damage. At least they're 44 cards. We mulligan this hand because there's no Anacam in it. And we get a hand with no Anacam in it, but we have a deuces. Grinder after grinder. Ooh, they kept their hand into a click 1 Spin Doctor. And then too big to fail Ice HQ. Okay. Draw 2, gain 3, laundry, R&D. Let's rip some agendas. Oh, I should have installed Propeller first. Wait, sorry, mind if I... We're going to install Propeller first so we can steal SDS during deployment. Okay, let's try that again. We have $1 to bid on the Psy game, but it's probably 0. Oh, they paid 1. Wow. Okay, they have seamless launch. That's good to know. They have seamless launch. Okay, I will open this deck list and take a look at it after this game. Beautiful. Although I see PPVP, and I am a fan of that, because I prepaid voice pad is a... I played a lot of prepaid Kate when that was around. We have an upgrade on R&D now? Huh. Anacam. What is that? Do I care? No. We won't laundry in case it's... Oh. Sure. I'll pay 0. Nice. This is an installed card. Each time the runner trashes any of your installed cards. Should probably have found out what the upgrade is. Although it's probably Prysac. We pay 4 to trash for Coco? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's fine. You can have Rococo. It is Prisec. Okay. We lost DZMZ. We have a tag, so we died. Okay. This was probably not the most thought out turn, but it is what it is. I should have thought about that. I should have thought about Prisec. This is why we play the game and not play the game, you know? I think we gotta trash this. Actually, no. We'll leave it. Because next time we'll trash this and then trash that. Do we die? We don't die. That's good. Score hostiles. Amazing for us, because we just got another bad pub. We could risk drawing our Ngolo here, and that would let us play the Dirty Laundry. Let's draw. Oh. Oh, we're quite good. Diesel, Laundry. I should run R&D, which means we can't. Oh no, we can't run R&D. Okay, let's Diesel. That's fine. Let's Laundry the remote. We lost Beth and Into the Depths. That's bad. We really wanted to keep Beth there. Into the Depths is good too. Like, Atacam's just a dead card. Overclock is more or less a dead card because they have two bad pubs. So that was probably the two best cards in her hand. Yeah, Beth, Killer, and Chang and Into the Depths was two best cards in her hand there. That's unfortunate. They draw, they ice R&D. Although they're Wayland, so they just have a bunch of barriers, right? So I'm just gonna run R&D anyways. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe still. Like, worst case is Mausolus. But I think we go for it. Right? Install Shesvi, run R&D. We take a damage. No, we need 3 cards. Ooh. I think we want the Shesvi down. No, let's run R&D right now. What is it? It's Ice Wall. We can break Ice Wall. Bam. Please keep the jailbreak. We lost Overclock and drew another Overclock. Okay. We'll pay 0. We can siphon their credits, that's fine. Let's do... We want to make them trigger the Prisec now before they get information as to what we take. Hostile Architecture is fine. And Ice Wall is fine. Let's go draw. We could also run HQ. It's pretty cute. No, we can't run HQ. Let's draw. Oh. Dang, we're good. Did I play an event this turn? Draw a card, run R&D. We lost Overclock and Anacam drew us, so we did technically play an event. Although we're going to play an event next turn, so let's just do this. We don't actually need money. So yeah, let's draw, let's clear the tech. Although I could expose HQ there, that's also pretty good. Cat, why not jailbreak there? Because I don't know what the ice is. It could have been like Hordem. And I kind of wanted to keep the jailbreak. I don't know, maybe I was too conservative. Like, you could just play the jailbreak, because the jailbreak just costs 0, right? We just run the remote. Oh, Turbine gets this up to strength. That's so funny. That's really funny. Did they draw? No. So the top card is Ice Wall. Do we care? No, right? We don't care. Yeah, we don't care. Let's go. Let's go. We don't care. I'm going to access the same card, but I'm going to see a new card and maybe another card with Akiko. They probably bid one here. So I might bid one. I'll think about it. But the thing is, if they just keep bidding one, like, it's quite bad if we bid one and they bid zero. And also, bad pub lets us trash price X. Still there? I probably should have jailbreaked. Oh, they're thinking about resing Rikoko. That's cool. I'm happy to run and trash that. We lost our Anacam. I think we bid zero. They do pay one. Government subsidy coming up. Good to know. Okay. Do you want to pop this, or I'll trash it for 2? You do want to pop it. You're going to put a second counter on your HQ ice. Okay. And we'll just draw is fine. We're doing good! We're doing good. We're, like, slowly siphoning them. But also, if I paid one there, I would have gotten another card. Kind of disappointed about that. I was thinking about it, too. Ooh, they drew. That's an ice wall. That's a hostile architecture? Do we care? That's the question. I mean, let's poke it. Right? Yeah, why not? We go poking. We go and poking. Sure. Let's break ice wall. Okay. HQ is tempting to run here. Let's start by running R&D. HQ is very tempting to run here. Okay, Anacam has triggered. They should bid 0. Wow, they bid 1. Then we just run R&D again. But finding out what the HQ... No. Because we'll take a tag off Mausolus. Oh, we can break Mausolus. No, it's fine. Let's just see the next card in R&D. We play another side game, which is hilarious. Would you like to pay another $1? They're so broke. They're so broke. Akiko's so good. Oh, they bid 1. Do we give them Spin Doctor? No, we can't have them have Spin Doctor. What up? Just read the double region finals install. It was test running versus Pinsel. Green 419, taxing 1 credit every turn. Yeah. They scored a hostile. That's fine. That is so fine. Chesvy's hilarious. Into the Depths is hilarious. Ngolo's bad to have in our hand, actually. So we actually want to get that down. Okay, let's make some money running R&D and hope we don't lose the Ngolo. Or the Chesvy. We can lose anything else. Of course. Okay. Can I just win the game then? They've been bidding one, so I'll bid one here. Oh, they got me. Oh, they got me so good. They got me so good. I'm so disappointed in myself. I literally just run again. I'm so disappointed in myself. We're just running again. I should just be running 3 times and bidding 0. They're gonna bid 1 here. Oh, okay. I don't want them to have that. That's fine. Is it Chesvy? Is it Propeller? I think it's just Propeller. Is it DZMZ? I think it's Chesvy. Got him. Yeah, they did. They did. Got him. You were greedy. Had to just ask for 1 keep. We would have gotten it. Oh, you're right. You're right. Or I'm actually supposed to ask for 5 keeps, and then they hit the one that I don't want. That's the other way we could have gotten it. Sleeve up mining accident Akiko. Yeah. Chesvy and Golo, of course we lose 1. That's bad. Although I think we can just get through that, right? Nanotech? Do we need this? No, right? Do we need this? Is that risky? It's risky, but I think we just jailbreak. YOLO. Win the game, right? What did they do? Ice R&D? Yeah, so the top card is, what do you call it? Oh, we lost the creative too? Come on. We'll spend 0 here. Is it a price hack? Yes, it is. We lost Overclock. I'll pay 3 to trash this. Done. Too big to veil's fine. Snare. Sure. And Prisec. Oh, are we dead? We actually die to end of the line here. So we actually have to run back and trash the too big to fail. That's really funny. There's no other way. Like, if I clear tags, I don't have enough credits and clicks to clear tags, and I don't have enough clicks and credits to draw up to 4 and clear 1 tag. Oh, sorry, I could draw up to 4. I could draw 2, actually. But then we die to boom. So actually the play is just to stay tagged. Huh. Because if they had too big to fail, they would have played it. Let's start by running HQ. Okay. And then we run R&D. And we have to trash this too big to fail, so we don't die to end of the line. We'll just see too big to fail here. And they can have the Prisec. Okay. We're playing Headlock Akiko. Click for 3 means that they have a kill in hand. Oh, I don't have the money to clear tags anymore, do I? I ended turn 2 on like 2 cards and tagged. I did, but they've drawn a bunch of cards since then. There is a chance, because they drew a bunch of cards and then like popped a Spin Doctors. There's a bunch of cards that got through. Draw, credit, clear, tag is a line. That is the line. Draw, credit, clear, tag is the line. So now we don't die to boom, don't die to end of the line. But they get to draw a fresh card, which is fine. But yeah. Next turn we have Laundry, we have Creative Commission. R&D is still free. We're doing good. Mining Accident, Akiko. That's the deck. Okay, that's Prysac. We probably just take a turn and do nothing here. Maybe we play the creative instead of clearing tag? I'm not sure. Okay, they're trying to click up to play their government subsidy. Eventually. Let's go draw first. That's good to have. Let's run R&D. Should probably win on this run. I don't know. Lost Palangi, that's fine. Pay 0. They pay 1, that's fine. Card from deck is Muzvingo. Price set costs them $2. We'll trash it. Top card is Muzvingo. We can let them have Muzvingo. We could run HQ, but it's probably just clear tag and play creative. Has Anacam triggered this turn? No. We're just clicking up. All right, we keep going. Keep going. We've lots of HP. We're just being fueled by bad pub here. Although we do have Shesvies, so we would probably still be doing the same thing if we didn't have bad pub. Ice Wall, oh. What are we doing? I had to draw. Oh, we're so bad at this game. Oh, I just had to draw. How did I lose this game? Oh, that's so bad. We saw the snare. I was at 2 cards in hand. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just run. Oh man. We can't end on that, right? I need to play another game. That's so sad. That is unbelievably sad. We doing good, Kappa. Was about to say that you died a snare here. Oh, man. That's so sad. Okay, this is why we play, right? Because I need to make these mistakes now before we start Continental season. We lost because we played a runner with normal deck size. Ah. Drawing into Jailbreak would have been perfect, too. Yeah, it would have been. Draw first. What are we doing? What are we doing? That was like the one way to throw this game. There's probably agendas in hand. Oh man. Okay. Stream, we need a poll. I need to play another game because we're not ending on that. I have time for one more. Should I play Akiko Nisei or Hyoubu? What would y'all like to see? This never would have happened to Big Akiko. What do you want to see? Should I play Hyoubu or play Akiko? I have time for one more. Let's just double check. Yeah. Is that a poll? Oh, I'm not gonna put an actual poll. Just send a comment into chat. Okay. We got 2 votes for Hyoubu. And our resident SpongeBob character also was not here for Hyoubu, I believe. Alright, we're gonna play some Hyoubu. Let's go. Arndt, are you gonna come hang out with us? Oh, right. You said a solid probably. Right? You gave us a solid probably. Hyoubu with flowers. We could play Hyoubu with flowers. I'm here for whatever. Okay, we have a request for Hyoubu with flowers. Let's see if that deck isn't done. Maybe. Okay, I'll probably. Am I gonna stream next week? I might not be able to stream next week actually. But I'll probably do another stream before I leave on the 21st. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely do another stream before I leave on the 21st. I'll join on call if I'm invited. No. I meant here. We're gonna play Hyoubu with flowers another time because that deck is not ready. I don't think I have the time to figure that out right now. Is this the list that we are doing? No, right? I thought we edited this. 3rd DNA over Chiashi. That was it, right? Yeah, that was it. 3rd, so cut a Chiashi, 3rd DNA. Okay. Now I need to reselect this deck. Yeah. I'd also whoop you on stream. But can we end stream then? Oh, no. So I was asking, I was talking about Vienna and when we go to Vienna. Was that's what we got, the probable yes. Finn is also hosting a tournament in Malmö on the 25th, which is why I'm playing Hyoubu and Akiko, because I've been challenged by Finn to play Hyoubu and Akiko. This is a bad hand. Oh, I forgot about looking at the other Akiko. I was so okay. I am gonna look at that. We don't need the Void right now, so let's Hansi review the Void. Let's put. We're gonna get Botulist. Honestly, could just double Ice HQ. Actually, this is fine. Yeah, I was talking about, because we're going to have a tournament in Malmö on the 25th. That's why I'm playing this. But Finn is probably going to hang out with us. Well, okay, probably is a little strong. He said he might come out with us. Wow. He might come out with us when we go to Berlin, and like basically from Malmö to Vienna, he's gonna come with us. Maybe. This is aggressive. This also dies to a Nancy. It's not a Nancy. It's DNA tracker. They go to no cards, no credits. I don't think we res here. I'm not going to commit this ice, because I have long-term problems against Botulus, so it's better actually to just replace it with Thimblerig and continue with our lives. NGO, Anemone, Chiashi. That's fine. That's actually totally fine. Oh. Sure. Thimblerig is bad to lose. Attitude Adjustment's bad to lose. Would have loved to keep the Thimblerig. Thimblerig's really good in this matchup. You pay to draw and break the damage sub on Anansi. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're good. Yeah, they wouldn't have died. Deuce is wild. Okay. This is why we set up this way, right? Like, I put the DNA tracker here so that if they just ran... Holy... Alright. I'm just eating the Chastushkas right now. That's fine. Send a message, Spin Doctor, Loot Box, Anansi. Sure. I guess there's no reason to ice HQ anymore, because already 2 Chastushkas gone. Although if they steal to send a message and we res Chiashi right now, that's fine as well. Okay, now there's reason to ice HQ. This wouldn't have happened if you res the track. I know, Joe, I know. But then we have to deal with a Botulus on a tracker for the rest of the game, right? Oh. We just pitch this? Yeah, we're just gonna pitch this. Because we have another Attitude, we have 2 more Spin Doctors, so there's 3 ways in our deck to get agendas back, and there's lots of ice. Okay. So we could probably ice and prevent the oboe from getting stolen. Oh, that's such a good draw. Like, yeah, if we kept the oboe, we would have lost the Bathynomus. So that was a great choice. Oh, jackpot. I think that's the first time I've ever played Hansi Review with no cards in hand. It feels so good. I kind of didn't get the question, but I'm likely to go to Vienna and I might come to Berlin. Nice! Okay. Likely to come to Vienna and might come to Berlin. Beautiful. That's what we want to hear. I mean, they can run it once every 3 turns, which is a reasonable tempo to lock them to. I'd rather just replace the ice, you know? If we can. Oh! Oh, no, that doesn't help us. That's a magnet. That does help us. That helps us quite a bit, actually. They still need to find a way through Bathynomus. I'm not going to put the magnet on archives. We're just going to try to draw, because we probably need the magnet for the remote here. Wow. Sure. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of agendas in the bin. This is what happens when you play against Essa, right? And you get Chastushka turn 1. Even though I didn't get invited on stream, not even invited to play on Jane. Oh, you can play on Janet. Not being salty, just saying. I will send you a personal invite to come stream next time. We have no money. And we have Subliminal. Okay, draw. Play this. Oh, actually, why did I play that? I should actually just be discarding that to Essa. Oh, but we're not going to sabotage this turn. That's why I played it. Right? Right. Right. Beautiful. Oh, okay. And then we reveal the subliminal to get a Hyoubu dollar. And then we draw attitude adjustment. Damn, okay. Wow, okay. So it's... I think it's Void. We can't Rashida, because we're gonna, like, lose soon. Hopefully we draw our Mavris. Didn't draw the Mavris. Hybrid Release is good. So we just want to shuffle 2 of these cards back. So it's probably Oboe. And send a message, and we'll keep the Oboe in the bin. We'll install it with Hybrid Release on a future turn. We're going to get Chastushka, right? So we put an Anansi on HQ. We'll just trash all of this. Oh no, we want to keep it around because they have labor rights. So we ice HQ. We play the Subliminal because we don't want to discard it. And we can either install Rashida or install... It's probably install Void, actually. We don't install Rashida. We don't want Rashida. So next turn we score Hybrid Release and we install Oboe. And then the turn after we install Ice on the remote, double advance Oboe. Beautiful. Score Hybrid, reinstall Sam. Nasty draws. Yeah, the reinstall is going to happen. I feel like the Oboe damage is going to matter based off of the way that they're playing and the way that... And they're taking core damage as well. So we're going to keep the Oboe in play. We pick up Subliminal, which is great. So we play Subliminal, we score Hybrid Release, and we install Oboe in Server 1. Oh. I always forget about that card. Okay. Should have kept the Subliminal in hand. They didn't really have a way past Magnet last turn, 0 credits. Nah, it's true. But it kind of commits me to... Yeah, it was a line. It was a line. We stabilized, but we only have 16 cards left. Great gameplay. Click for 3 credits and Diesel. Nice. Discard Dirty Laundry, discard Chastushka. So there's no more Chastushka. We didn't draw an Ice, but we have a loot box, which is actually taxing. So it's install loot box server 1 advance events. We can tax them with the loot box. They don't have the money to break loot box because they have to pay 2 here and pay 6 here, which they now have enough. But we're just going to score and discard the Subliminal to Marrow. What? I wonder what they're doing here. They're getting Mad Dash, Creative, and Moshing. I should be paying attention to what's going on. Like, are we going to Stargate soon? I should probably put an Ice on R&D to prevent that from happening. But they need 11, right? And they need 13 because they need to install Hippo, so we actually have a turn. Yeah. And if we're really greedy, we could discard the DNA tracker to the Marrow and then like Hybrid Release to install it on R&D next turn. But that's their plan here. They're probably gonna be, it's gonna be like Hippo Stargate run R&D. So we're gonna have to put a DNA tracker on R&D. And it looks like I'm just in time, unless they install Hippo and run R&D right now. Which I don't think they would do. Hasn't Labor Rights shuffled Justuska back into the deck? They shuffled Creative Finality and Gamble? Oh. Yeah, I guess it has shuffled Justuska back into the deck, hey? Yeah, you can break an Anansi. The rest of this is fine. We're just keeping this around so that the Botulists are kept occupied. Do we want to play the standard procedure? Wait, have I been clicking for credits? I have, haven't I? I should have been using Hyoubu. Okay, DNA can go. Yeah, DNA can go. Ooh, but unless another ice shows up, actually. No, another ice is going to show up. I think we just trashed 3, actually. Yeah, because we're going to mill out. What did we lose? Subliminal. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's a sick draw. Oh, that's just GG, is it not? That's just GG. Good mistake to make now. Oh, this stream has been full of mistakes, including dying to a snare when the game was at like 100% to win. The only way I lose the game is if I die to a snare, or like I keep tags and I get boomed. Loot box, ETR. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, beautiful. Mwah. Loot box, ETR. Oh, it's so good. We did it. We did it. I mean, I'll deal 3 damage. Yeah. Marrow, legwork, sure gamble, yeah. Loot box, ETR. Oh, it's so good. We did it. Whoo. Wow. Our 1 magnet. Holding the magnet for the remote was a good play. Because it could have been on archives. Whole board would have been different. We probably need another magnet in this deck. Okay, that was good timing. I do need to go. But Slot Machine couldn't do that. No! Slot Machine could not do that. Loot box, good card. I'm not even joking. I love this card. I'm so happy I'm playing this. Oh, I think I'm actually playing 2 attitudes in my deck list on JNet, right? I forgot to change that. And it actually worked because we were against Essa. And we had tons of money. I don't know. Do we play another attitude adjustment for Essa tech, or do we play standard procedure for general good card tech? Probably 2 and 2. I feel like I have enough money. Oh, did we click for credits that game? Oh, we didn't. Did we really not? Okay, they clicked for credits. What does it say? Corp basic action card to gain 1. Corp basic action card to gain. No, we didn't click for credits a single time that game. That's interesting. Very interesting. We did not click for credits a single time that game. So I think what we do, actually, is we just play the magnets that I'm supposed to be playing. I think the Mavericks is good. We can probably cut a Void. No, we need the Void. We can cut the NGO front. Yeah, there we go. That's the deck. 20 ice, 3 of which is loot box. That's the deck. We have magnets. This is it. This is the stuff. This is a good deck. I think 2 and 2. Yeah, I was leaning 2 and 2 as well, but I think we just play Magnet. Like, Magnet is clearly so good. Ask Finn what the Malmö meta is like. If we expect any number of Essas, 2 and 2 seem reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, this looks good. I would love a third Subliminal, I think. I think that's the only thing that this might be missing. But I think this is great. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. This has been a great, great time. Lots of mistakes, lots of highs. Loot box ending the run. Loot box. What did loot box? It ended the run a couple times. We used it to give them a Mina, so we got 7 plus our ID, which is 8 credits. So we gained 8 and they paid 2. So it's a 10 credit swing on a 0 res ice. Those are the highlights. Yeah. And then, of course, we died to a snare. What else did we do? I feel like we made a lot of mistakes today. But yeah, better to make those now. That's why we play, right? I'm probably gonna like jam some of this. Whenever. Yeah, so for tomorrow, great mistakes, very enjoyable. I don't agree with giving the runner a breaker even if it's worth 7 credits. That's true, hey? Like, it is like, it's not like the card on top is going to stay on top. It's actually you give them a thing, and then the other 2 cards get shuffled away. So if you don't want them to have the Amina, you could shuffle it away, but there's a lot to that card. So like, it does so much. Like, it just does everything, but inconsistently. Yeah. Anyways, tomorrow I will be oracling for Brandon in the Accelerated Meta Test Tournament. It starts at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So yeah, I will be doing that. If you wanna check that out and see what oracling for Brandon is like, of course, watch the games. It'll be basically like me playing the game, but it'll be Brandon playing. But you'll still see the same thing. Like, the whole layout will be the exact same. I will be talking a lot less because I will not be talking about the game. Rather, Brandon will tell me what to do and stuff, and I will do it. I will make sure that I'll try to make it so that my mouse can be seen on the screen. So then I can kind of indicate what I would do on a certain turn. So that'll be interesting I think to follow. So yeah, if I think you should play a certain card, I'll probably hover over that card, make some indication visually that I would play that, and then if Brandon says to do something else, then of course we'll do the something else. Yeah, it should be a good time. Also, the FA Cup final is happening tomorrow morning, which I will be watching. So that'll be probably going into round 1, the first like 45 minutes of round 1. Almost like a loot box. Sometimes it's trash and sometimes it's a jackpot. Exactly. Okay. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I will see y'all in 14 and a half hours? Yeah. Alright, see you then.